Hey everybody, we're here with the Australian Labradoodle Puppies from the Licorice Twist litter, and this video is a litter update. We are going to go through each of the puppies, let you see them up close and personal, tell you about the milestones they've reached this week, and also give you an update on Mama Labradoodle Misha. So these little Australian Labradoodle puppies are going to mature to be a small medium in size. Some of them might make it up to a medium, pretty funny term. But roughly speaking, these little puppies are going to mature to somewhere between 17.5 and 18.5 inches at the top of their shoulder. And they're probably going to be weighing between 24 and 32-ish pounds, roughly speaking. There is, of course, always going to be the biggest and the smallest, who might be a little outside of that scale. And we have some sable in this litter, which is a really cool Australian Labradoodle pattern. The one who's the most obvious is right under Misha's head at the moment, but you'll see all the puppies individually. And then you'll see on Mama Labradoodle Misha's coat here that she is a black and white party, and she is now a gorgeous silver and white party. She has just the most beautiful coloring to her. So you can see on the top of her head, she still has quite a bit of the original black with some white smooshed through it there. On her shoulders is still fairly black as well. But then as we get farther down in the body, we have this beautiful silvering going on. And then her tail is just the most beautiful combination of all the different tones and hues that she has on her coat. She's really a very, very pretty dog. Misha's a lovely girl. She's very well behaved. She's very responsive. She's a clever girl. And as a mom, she is being just the best little Labradoodle mom. She's attentive to her babies. She looks after all their needs, but she also gives them some freedom and some space. She's definitely not a helicopter mom whatsoever. She does her job, she looks after them, she provides them with comfort and support, but she's not there fussing over them constantly. She's quite happy to take herself outside of the whelping box, sleep in front, and just keep an eye on them and an ear open to make sure everyone is perfectly all right. Right now she's doing a little bit of cleanup, and that is Pink Collar who's complaining about that. So we have some ebony puppies in the litter, some chocolate, some sable, and some of these ebonies are going to become silver just like their beautiful Mama Labradoodle Misha. So these puppies are a week old. So what has happened in the past week? Well, if you look at our birth announcement and this one, it's night and day. These puppies are robust and strong. Misha's doing a beautiful job of nourishing them. You can see they're all lovely and plump. And these ebony coats and this chocolate coat, they just gleam. I just love how they glisten and with health. It's just wonderful to see. Misha's doing very well with eating. She's got a really good appetite to keep up with all these little guys. Here, Mr. Red, here. You want to go over here? There we go. We've got some pretty little white boots on these puppies too. I was just moving the one that was kind of stuck back here. But they really are becoming so strong, and you can see they can maneuver themselves much more now, get around a lot more, and they have voices. So you can hear them now. If they don't like something, if they aren't in there at the milk bar, they're going to let Misha hear about it. If she runs out of milk before they've had their fill, then there's definitely a squawk going on. It's quite funny to listen to them as they start to communicate. It's always really interesting to me because Labradoodles, all puppies, are born with their ears sealed shut and their eyes sealed shut. So they can't hear what they're doing, yet they can still vocalize, and their vocalizations are very expressive. It's always very clear what they're saying. So we can hear them on our baby monitor, or just if we're just outside the room here, and we can tell if it's somebody who's upset that they're not at the milk bar, or if it's somebody who's actually in distress, or if it's somebody who's gotten lost and is over here and everyone else is over here and they can't find their way back. It's very easy to understand their language quite quickly. And that's an important thing for you as a Labradoodle puppy owner, is to learn what your dog is communicating to you, not just with their voice, because they become much less vocal as they mature, but with their body language. Really important thing to watch. And that's how they communicate with you. They look at you and they check your body language to see what it is that's on your facial expression, what your body is saying, and they can read so much more from that than we can. They're much more skilled at it. Poor little Pinky here, she's trying very hard to get something to eat. She keeps trying me because there isn't a spot available at the milk bar right now. She's getting a little annoyed with that thing, with that situation. So I'm just going to see if I can find her a spot if she goes in underneath there. Give her a little bit of an assist. She may just have to wait her turn. Now the sound you hear right now, oh, they stopped. There is a really happy, contented, gurgling sound when they're all nursing, but they stopped doing that because Pink's moving around there, jostling everybody. So for all of the lucky families on this litter list, and by the way, we have one spot open. Misha had 7 puppies when we were expecting 6, so we do have one spot available, and these puppies are going home on July the 30th. So a lovely time to take home a puppy, gives you lots of time to go out and have some fun as a family, do your summer adventures in July, and then in August be home, have lots of time before the kids go back to school and get all set up and organized with your puppy. If you're interested in applying for one of these beautiful Labradoodle puppies, please just email me at Claire, C-L-A-I-R-E, at vanisledoodles.com. Or if you lose that and you can't figure out how to get to me, then please just post in the comments and I'll be happy to send you an application form. We don't have our application forms open right at this minute on the website, so all you have to do is email me, tell me you're interested, and then I'll just send you the link and then you can go from there. And we can deliver puppies pretty much anywhere. We can deliver them by hand, we can send them off to you and meet you at SeaTac in Seattle. Or we'd love it if you came and enjoyed a bit of a holiday on Vancouver Island and came and picked your puppy up. That would always be great. But for the families who are on this litter list already, this week we're sending you another video, and it's all about how to get your house ready for your new puppy. Lots of tips and tricks for figuring out where you should have the quiet zone set up for your puppy, where your puppy should be eating their meals, what door the puppy is going to use as their door for when they want to go out to the bathroom, and how to just get your house puppy-proofed and ready for when your puppy comes home. Because one of the things people sometimes worry about is having your dog chew things. That and having your dog go to the bathroom in your house. So we address both of those things. We also have a separate video on house training. But when your Van Isle Labradoodle comes home to you, they already be on a really good start to being house trained. Most of our families tell us that their puppies at the most have maybe one accident after they come home with them. So as long as you remember to let them out fairly frequently, then you will probably be successful and not have to worry about that. And then for chewing, we have all sorts of tips and tricks that we go through with you through the 8 weeks that you're with us. And we tell you how to deal with that so your puppy doesn't chew up your furniture, your clothing, and your shoes. It's all not too difficult. It's just a matter of making some changes in your house, putting some things in slightly different spots, and then just having the proper equipment for your puppy so they have things that they can chew on, and then they won't be interested in eating your Jimmy shoes. So it's always important that we help all of our families learn all about how to make their puppy experience successful, because we want your puppy to complement your life, not complicate it. And I stole that saying from my mentee, Beth, who's in the UK, and I just love that saying, and it's so true. That's her sort of motto, I guess, if you will, and definitely that reflects what we do at Van Isle Doodles as well. So now let's talk about these little bruisers here who are just growing by leaps and bounds and just doing so well. I won't be surprised if next week when we do our 2-week update if everyone doesn't have their eyes open. All of the puppies except one have doubled their birth weight, and that's always a terrific sign of really good health, both in your mama Labradoodle and in your Australian Labradoodle puppy. So we're going to go through the puppies in birth order now, and we're going to just give you a little update on each one of them. And we're going to start here with dark blue collar boy. And this litter's fun. The first 4 puppies were boys, and then the last 3 puppies were girls. Hey, so this little guy is one of these gorgeous gleaming ebonies. This puppy has the most beautiful head, really excellent example of the Australian Labradoodle breed standard. Lovely strong stop, nice broad head, short nose, and look at that adorable little goatee. And then we've got a couple of little white boots going on in the back there. The goatee is just adorable. It really sets that ebony off. And then we got a little smidge of white going on the chest there. And we've got little white tail lights here on our hind feet. And that's the white that pops over to make those boots in the front. That's a sweet little baby, hey? Yeah, those are just the cutest. And Mr. Dark Blue is 519 grams. So he's done just lovely in terms of his weight gain. That's my handsome boy. Next we have Red Collar. And if I'm not mistaken, Red Collar is the biggest puppy. Yes, Red Collar he is a bruiser. Now we got Pink's found her spot there, and holy, she's hanging on for dear life. Here's Mr. Red. I think you can go without nursing for a second. Another one of these gorgeous ebony puppies. And whether these puppies are going to become silver or not, your guess is as good as mine. There's a very good chance, though, given that that's what their mom looks like, that they will silver. But Dad is not silver. Dad is a sable. So, you know, really, it's just going to be a matter of time. Oh, Misha says that's it. Lunch is over and off she goes. So Mr. Red Collar has got this beautiful big shiny coat. Look at your big self. Oh my goodness, look at that tummy on that puppy. He is a bruiser, this one. Beautiful white boots on this puppy as well. And this puppy comes with a little white tip on his tail, which just adds to his cuteness. A little bit more white on the chest there. And he's got, of course, that signature goatee that seems to be going on in this litter. And Red Collar is a whopping 737 grams. Holy smokes. At this rate, you're going to be a kilogram before you're 3 weeks old. That is a big puppy. Next, we have Green Collar. And just as an aside, just because he's the biggest puppy now, that does not mean that at the end of the day, he will be the biggest puppy when it comes to maturity. So there is Green Collar Boy, another beautiful gleaming ebony with a little bit of something on the top of his head there. Oh my goodness, we don't want to have that. Yeah, a little bit of Misha's food, I think, is what that is. And this little guy, I believe, is our solid puppy. Yep, he is. He is one handsome boy. This is my absolute favorite look in a dog. There's something just so classic, regal, and just so elegant about a beautiful, classic, solid black puppy. And this Mr. Green Collar is 587 grams. So again, doing really well there with the weight gain. There you go, handsome. And go down see your friends there. And this one's already in the typical Labradoodle pose, upside down. Light Blue is next. Is that you? Yes, that's exactly the puppy that I want, is Light Blue. The one who was showing you that classic Australian Labradoodle sleep style of being upside down. Again, a beautiful ebony, and we've got lots of white happening on this one. Some on the chest, on the toes there. Nothing on the tail though. And of course that really nice goatee. The goatee just sets their whole face off, makes it so pretty. And Mr. Light Blue is 565 grams. So he's quite a bit smaller than Mr. Red. Everybody's quite a bit smaller than Mr. Red. Oh, and you can see Mr. Red also has some pretty white on the bottom of his paws there. Really pretty when they have the two-tone paws. And that generally indicates that there is a good possibility that his coat is going to silver. So we'll keep an eye on that going forward. Next is our little lady in the litter, our first little lady, and that's Light Pink. and she is a sable. Now this puppy looks like she's brown, right? You would expect me to say, oh, here we have a brown puppy. Nope, we have a black puppy. Genetically, this dog is black. She's not brown, but she is a sable. So sable colors clear out and they change and they morph. And you can see that straight down her back there. That's part of her sabling. So as time goes on, her little face is also going to become lighter and she'll be probably all looking like she's a caramel. So everybody will be absolutely amazed whenever they meet this puppy and you say, oh no, this puppy is actually black. And you can see on her paws there, she already has the black paws showing. Lots of white on this little puppy here, lots on the chest. Really pretty markings on the legs and on the feet. She's a cutie pie. And she is also our most petite puppy in the litter at 421 grams. There you go, Missy. Next we have Mint. Oh no, I hope I didn't get the puppies mixed up when I did light blue and mint. No, I didn't. I did it right. I'm always sure I'm going to do it that backwards. This is Mint. Mint is a girl. And Mint is, I think, a sable. So I'm virtually sure that she is a black sable. And the way I can tell is she has a little bit of tan markings on the side of her feet and up her legs here. So that means that this little girl is also a black sable. So really interesting. Both these dogs are black sables. And look at how different they are already. So that's what makes sable such an interesting pattern for an Australian Labradoodle, because no two are the same. And Ms. Mint Collar Girl is 627 grams. That's such a pretty girl too. Yes, beautiful puppy. And last but not least is our Ms. Yellow Collar. And this is Yellow Collar over here, and she's chocolate. So both Cloud and Misha carry for chocolate. So in a litter, they can always have a chocolate. Now this puppy, I'm pretty sure is sable, because if you look here, you can see that line down the back. So again, the third sable, all the girls are sable. And they're all completely different. But this girl, I do believe, is a chocolate sable, not a black sable. And the reason I say that is because if you look at the pads on her feet, they're brown. So that means she's also going to have a brown nose, which means she's a chocolate. So she is also a stunningly beautiful little girl, and she is 526 grams. So that's all your puppies from our oh my goodness, Licorice Twist litter. We have too many videos going on, getting all my litter names mixed up. Licorice Twist, and we named them that because there's a twist to the licorice that comes with Misha. So if you have any questions, or if you are interested in getting the application form, please just comment below, and also feel free to use my email if you'd like to get our application form. We hope you enjoyed the video, and we hope that you'll watch each week and watch these guys as they grow up and see how our 3 sables all end up maturing. Thanks so much for watching.